Hi, welcome back everyone. This is the third video in our series of videos on how to connect R to Alpaca's API and do some stock market analyses. First video, you'll find out how to connect R to Alpaca. The second video, you'll find out how to execute some trades and check your orders. In this video, we're going to go a little bit more in depth and we're going to load in some data, read in some ticker information, as you can see here. Then we're going to sample that data, determine if we think is a good set of data or a bad set of data, and then we can look at plots such as this where we think we might have some strength in the market or some weakness, maybe a buying opportunity, and then we can execute accordingly. So let's get into this. First, what we'll want to do is have some tickers that we're interested in, and I have quite a few actually, and we'll take a sampling of these tickers with this bit of code here. Sample. So first we'll define a set of stocks, all those tickers that we have that we're interested in. You can just concatenate all the tickers with the concatenate function, which is just a C and parentheses. Each ticker's separated by a comma and are in quotations. So you can check out the stocks just by typing stocks once you have it defined, and there's your list of stocks. So if we wanted a lot of stocks and take a sample, run this bit of code here, and we can concatenate all the stocks together, run the sample function, and pick 10 stocks. And we could do this over and over again to sort of get some statistics on the data. Okay, this is running right now, reading in all that stock information, and then if we come over here, just see what stocks we have, just a random sampling of stocks. We have 10 here. And if we ran that again, we're going to get different 10. We can do this over and over hundreds of times. And that's what we do in this chunk of code here. Okay, so we need to know when to start and when to stop collecting data. So this bit of information here is about a week's worth of data. We have the start defined as this bit here. This day, running this substring system time minus 604,800. We're going to stop it here, which is today's date and time. So we'll get to this in a little bit, but we can define a matrix. This bit of code here, just a matrix. Mat, we'll name it mat1, and then we'll fill this matrix in with all of our values that we're interested in. To put the information in, we'll need to call this function market data on the stock, the individual stock we're interested in, and we'll from the start time to the stop time. So let's see what that looks like here. Okay, so we have about a week's worth of data. We have open, high, low, close, volume, etc. So what we want, or what I'm interested in, is the open, which is column 2, then column 6, the volume. So the idea being, if you're developing an algorithm, you can see when you have a big volume before or after a minimum. So the idea is if you have a maximum followed by a big volume, well, that could signify that the stock may move down. And if you have a big volume ahead of a maximum, well, that could signify that there's strength or a bottom was found. So if you count all the stocks that are in these groups, you can get an idea and make a plot, sort of try to manipulate, time the market. So whether this works or not, it's up to you to figure out, but at least it's fun to play around with and try to figure it out. Okay, so with that, the idea is we're going to load this matrix and then we're going to see what order these things come in. So we're going to look at the maximum, the minimum. We're going to fill this matrix up here with maximum, minimum, and the volume. And then we're going to order them, find out what order they're in, and define the groups. See if more fall in group 1 or group 2. So when we plot this, the idea is that down here in the minimum, you're going to see there are more stocks that are not being bought. Up here, there's a large percentage of stocks that are being bought. So instead of looking what the stock price, what the average stock price like the S&P ends at, which can be influenced by a few major players, this is counting how many stocks are up, and then this one's. So up here, there's a lot of stocks up. Up here, there's not very many stocks up. So it's just a count of a number of how many stocks are up versus a percentage, like I think most people do when they look at the S&P or something like that. So how do you do that? Well, we're going to fill this matrix full of this data, and we're going to see. So we're going to have some stocks that are called buy these, some are called sell these. And to buy these, we're going to look at the matrix, see what's in column 1, 2, and 3, and see and group them. Basically, we're going to want to look at the max, min, and big volume and see how many or which of those are defined as this group. And then for the next set, we're going to see if the order is the big volume and then the max and the min. So that it's like the maximum volume and then the max price and the minimum price. And we're going to see where these order with this chunk of code. Okay, so let's just run this. And we'll get into loops in the future videos. So this is a nested loop. So we have j in 1 through 2, then we have I in 1 through 10. So what happens is for when j is equal to 1, we run I 10 times, and then j will equal to 2, and then we'll run I 10 times again, so on and so forth. If j was 3, we run I 10 times. Normally this will be 10, but it takes too long to run in this example, so we'll just set it to 2. And basically you'll get 20 samplings of the data. So this is running. Some of the tickers return no data. That's okay. We can just ignore those. And if we wanted to stop it, we could just hit escape here. There we go. So in our mat 2, we have 2 rows because j was equal to 2. And then for the mat 1, we have the groupings here. 3, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2. That's just a max, min, and large volume. So we're basically ordering the max, min, the large volume to see which stocks are up and which stocks are down. So if we have 4 and 4, well, that's an equal amount of up and down. If we have 2 and 1, well, then we have 2 that are up and 1 that is down. And we'll do this basically until we get to 10 here. And we'll do this over and over, taking samplings of the data until we can get a statistically significant amount of data to make a prediction. And then we'll save that into a matrix. So that's the gist of it. We wanted to break this down, so we have the sampling of the stocks. This is stocks. There are 10 stocks. We have the start and end time. Basically the meat here is this chunk here, getting the market data from the start to the stop that you're interested in. We already went over. And then whatever you may value you may want. In this case, we're looking at the max, min, and that information. So if we go on here, I'll show you how to put this into a matrix and save it, so that way you can manipulate the data accordingly, however you wish.